Have you ever felt someone's eyes on you? Not because they recognized you, but because they chose you? Tonight's story has 3 nights, 3 highways, and 3 strangers who had only one thing in common. They were all hunting someone, and the next target could have been you. Story 1. The Man Who Followed Me on the Highway. There's a small quick-check store about 25 minutes from my house, the only place open 24/7 in our empty little town. It was 2 a.m. My brain was in coding mode, and my stomach was in hunger mode. So I drove out onto that lonely stretch of highway where even seeing one car felt like divine intervention. The store was quiet as always. I ordered a sandwich and wandered the aisles. But then, I froze. A man was sitting on the floor at the end of the aisle, legs folded, staring blankly at a fridge door as if he was listening to it or reading something invisible. When I tried to look at him properly, he jerked his head toward me, snapped his gaze like a puppet. His eyes were wide, too wide, as if someone had glued his eyelids open. His lips were trembling, not like someone cold, but like someone on something. And his face held no expression, no anger, no fear, just a hollow, dead silence. I pretended not to notice and went to the counter, got my sandwich and walked out fast. But the moment I reached the lot, I saw a man running, a brown coat, wild eyes, the same man. He sprinted toward a truck and climbed in. I didn't care, I just drove away. A few minutes later, it was just darkness and my car. Then, headlights behind me, bright ones, speeding up. My speed, 80, his, 90. When the truck pulled closer, I saw the driver. It was him, the same man. He kept flashing lights, honking wildly. And then, bang! He rammed my car from behind. My hands shook, my brain screamed one thing: drive. If you stop, you die tonight. I hit 100. He hit me again. Survival instinct kicked in. I swerved left and slammed the brakes. His truck shot past, lost control, and crashed into the field beside the highway. I sped home and called the police. Cameras would have caught him, I knew that. But a week passed, nothing. And honestly, I just pray I never see that truck in my rearview mirror again. Story 2. The Girl Who Needed Help on the Highway. Summer of 2022, 1 a.m. New Mexico's lonely single-lane highway, where if you see one car in half an hour, you thank God. I was on a late-night delivery run, trusting only my headlights and, truthfully, my gun. At a bend, I saw it, a red hatchback with hazard lights blinking, and a girl holding her phone up trying to find signal. I wanted to drive past. Night, deserted road, stranger. But then I thought, if I don't stop, maybe no one will. I rolled the window down slightly. She spoke in a shaky voice. "My car died. Please give me a ride." Her voice was unstable, a bit drunk, a bit scared. I thought, I'm armed, I can handle it. And I let her in. She kept giving strange answers, stalling for time, rambling, as if waiting for something. Then, I glanced back at her car. A man was stepping out from behind it, as if he'd been hiding there. On the road, another man, holding something long, a pipe or a bat. It was a trap. I didn't waste a second. I floored the gas. The girl screamed. Then she reached into her purse, and I knew exactly what she was going for. I pulled my gun and yelled, "Hands where I can see them." She froze, silent. 30 minutes later, I stopped at a gas station, drove her out, whether she liked it or not. She fell to the ground, screaming nonsense. But the real shock came when I checked my passenger seat. Only 2 things were there: a burner phone battery and a pack of zip ties. I threw them away and drove off quietly. I never told the police, because one thing was crystal clear. If I wasn't armed that night, you'd have heard about me in the morning news. Story 3. The Breathing in the Bathroom. Kansas, Route 400. A tiny gas station in the middle of endless farmland. I walked into the washroom, and that's where I first saw her. Messy, tangled gray hair, a thick purple-green coat in the middle of summer, and cheap plastic sandals. She stared at me as if I was the person she had been waiting for. She didn't leave. She followed me to the wash basin. I panicked and locked myself in a stall. After a moment, the soft slap-slap of her sandals. The creak of the door opening, then closing. I assumed she left, but then I heard breathing. Heavy, slow, like someone standing right outside my stall. She had pretended to leave, twice. When I finally opened the door, the washroom was empty. But outside, she was standing there, waiting, her eyes colder, her hand hiding something. And that night, I understood something. Some fears don't live in faces. They live in silence.